Hey everybody, it's Emily the Crazy Worm Lady. I'm here today with the blue worm bins. And I took the lids off and I've got climbers. Although it's not horrifically wet. And to my knowledge, we don't have any bad weather coming, but just thought I would note that. So I wanted to see how they were getting along. Of course, we're trying to finish these bins up so we can harvest them. And I believe I fed up front here last week with the carrots and celery, and see some really big juicy guys. I think I have some red wigglers mixed in with my blues because that definitely looks like a red wiggler to me, which is fine. I like that they are a little bit different than the red wigglers, so we get to see the difference, but there definitely are some reds in here, so I thought I would just mention that. But these worms are looking very healthy. I mean, some big chunky guys in here, and plenty of babies as well. But it looks like they've gone through all the food, at least in this bin. A lot of worms. But the castings are really looking nice. There's just a lot of unprocessed bedding for them to work through. And that is just a matter of time. It's a waiting game. But looking excellent. So just gonna keep on course with that. And let's take a peek in this other one over here. Still have a few climbers back there. We fed up front here, so let's see. I see a little bit of this carrot left. But you can see it's very fibrous. There's a little grub on it. Good news is I haven't seen any more substantial number of fruit flies around, so I think we've done a pretty good job of smothering them out by burying our food deep. That's really, honestly, the key to it all, is just burying the food well, and then any fruit flies or larvae that you have just kind of move on. But the density of worms in here is not quite as high. It's kind of spread out. But again, they're looking really healthy. The castings are looking really nice and dark. So definitely going well. Trying to decide if I'm going to feed these guys or literally just let these bins sit, and not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to turn these up a little bit more, and then we'll decide what we're going to do. So a few minutes of looking through those bins, and this is just a handful of cocoons I pulled out. So pretty impressive, I think, that we can get that quickly just flipping through here. So I think I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine these two bins into one, and then we will just let them finish composting, and I don't think I'm going to feed. I think that's going to be part of my trial here. So going to start moving the contents of this bin on the right over here to this bin on the left. And this might be able to go along the lines of my neglect idea, where basically I'm not going to feed this. I'm going to add all the worms in here and pretty much pop a lid on it and forget about it and see what happens in the course of a few weeks to a few months, depending how long it takes to finish up. So there's still a good deal of unprocessed bedding. However, just about all the food, it looks like, is gone. So I'll probably leave the lid off of this for a couple of days to make sure that the top dries out a bit, so that we don't have too many explorers, and hopefully they'll get down to work finishing this up for us. So I'm just going to finish adding the contents in here. almost done really. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of neem cake. I did spot a few little beetles in here, nothing substantial, but I've always found that as the compost gets further and further processed, you can see them kind of glisten as they climb through the castings. And I did spot a few of them, so I'll sprinkle a little neem. That is also a food source. It'll give the worms a little something to work on. And we'll come back next week and look at it, but I'm not going to do any more feeding. I might just do some flipping of the bin, and we'll see how long it takes to finish up. So, let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. Like this video, subscribe if you'd like some more content from me, and I'll be back with you guys real soon for an update.